I just became aware of a new term, Isaiah. This is, I'm glad to find out about this term that I've experienced many times in life. Toxic positivity.
Sounds kind of opposite of how you use it. Usually it's toxic negativity.
Yeah. The people that are just always downers. But you think about toxic positivity, and you probably can picture somebody in your life that's like this, that is the polar opposite. You could tell them anything, any kind of bad news. Oh, my girlfriend just broke up with me. And they'll come back with something like, well, at least you get to meet somebody new.
Here we go.
Exciting new opportunities.
Now we're talking.
Or now at least you'll save money on dates. You don't have to buy a Christmas present. These kind of things. And toxic positivity, that's the term for people in your life that you could tell them whatever you tell them, and they're always going to put a positive spin on it, even though that's not always called for.
Yeah, this happens a lot, I feel like. A lot of people have issues with this.
Mm-hmm.
And a big example of this is a lot of times when you're talking to your lady and she's upset.
Ooh.
And what do? You try to, fix it.
Smooth it over, yeah.
Make it better. That's not what they're asking you to do.
That's a great point.
They want you to just be like, man, that stinks. They don't want you to be like, well, you could do this, this, and that.
Uh-huh.
They aren't looking for answers, brother. They just want you to listen and be like, you know what? That really stinks. That's what toxic positivity is.
Man, that's a great, what a great take. Instead of making this about others, this is about you. This is about a time to look in the mirror and say, when are you being toxically positive?
Oh, yeah.
Because we all do it. I think that is true. Guys have a tendency to do it with their ladies.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Yeah. It's going to be okay.
You'll be fine.
Nobody wants to hear it's going to be okay.
You didn't get into law school? Well, that's okay, babe. I mean, you'll probably get in next time. It's not that big of a deal. No, they want you to be like, man, tough day, huh?
In the moment, in the heat of the moment, you gotta just say, yes, that sucks. You're right. I think another time that this is, that people are prone to do this is if you kind of get some bad news or give bad news to somebody who's more of an acquaintance than a true friend. This sucks when it's a true friend and they're toxically positive and you tell them, they just broke up with me, and then they're too positive about it. But you're just banking on that being the response when somebody that you, like a coworker, you're just fully expect toxic positivity.
Oh, it has to be.
In that scenario.
There's no way it's not going to be anything but that.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, that's the worst. But look at the bright side.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear look at the bright side.
Sorry to hear that, but it could be worse. That's a classic toxic positivity phrase that nobody wants to hear. You think about some people's entire personality, though, is toxic positivity. Like Mr. Rogers.
That's the truth.
Bob Ross.
There you go.
Actually, a lot of children's characters, basically. Toxic positivity. You gotta know. Sometimes you don't always have to look at the bright side.
You don't always have to be a fixer, make them happier.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can just let them sulk. Sometimes you need to sulk in your own bad news. Sometimes you need to sit there and just soak it in. And that's what you want to do. Sometimes you want to just feel sorry for yourself for a day. Feel bad for myself for a day. I don't want you to tell me I shouldn't feel bad for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want to feel bad for a day. And then tomorrow I can figure out how I can make this positive. But today I want to be sad.
Think about this. To cap it all off, sometimes toxic positivity, here's what you can learn. Sometimes you don't need to be a fixer. You just need to be a listening ear.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.